there guys and girls, this is Pixel, and in today's very special video I'm going to tell you how to craft everything in Minecraft 1.9. Now, although to many crafting can seem quite straightforward, there are so many items that can be crafted, so in this extra long video I'm going to show you how to craft every single item in each and every single one of these menus you can find in creative mode. So without further ado, let's go. If we come out here, we can see that it is a lovely day. Here's my little shack, and we have the road of crafting. As you can see, a video like this has taken a lot of effort to make, so a like would be really appreciated if you could do that. And if you are new around here, then why not subscribe, because I make new Minecraft videos every single day. And I'll leave time codes in the description for each category, so if you're looking for a specific thing to build, then you can go and find that straight away. But without further ado, like I said, let's get on and start with the building blocks. There are obviously going to be some that you are well aware of. So for the first one, we have stone, and that all you have to do is put cobblestone into the furnace and then smelt it, and you will get a lovely block of smooth stone out the other end. And there you go, you have a lovely block of stone. To create polished granite, diorite or andesite, you just need to take any of the four materials and place them in a 2x2 square in the crafting table to get 4 polished blocks back. I just think the blocks are really nice to build with, and they're a good alternative to smooth stone. Next we have wooden planks, which can be done with oak wood, spruce wood, birch wood, jungle wood, acacia wood and dark oak wood. And come on, you all know this is the same for everyone. You just put it in the crafting table and you get a load of planks. Now here is an interesting one. It's relatively new to Minecraft, not quite 1.9, but we've got sponge and wet sponge. Sponge can be found in ocean monuments, and it can also be made from smelting wet sponge. Sponge itself, however, can also soak up water that's around it to make wet sponge. Next we have another common one, which is glass, which you can get from just smelting a block of sand. Now here we have a very lovely decorative block, which is the lapis lazuli block. It can either be used for building or it can be used for storage of lapis blocks, because a block can also be made into 9 lapis pieces. But like I said, I just think it looks really nice. Sandstone is very simple. You just take 4 blocks of sand and place them in a 2x2 square and you get your block of sandstone. Chiseled sandstone, on the other hand, you just take 2 sandstone slabs and place them on top of each other to make a very lovely decorative block. And if you've been watching my Pixel's Paradise episode, you know that I love building with this block. Look at that creeper face. Smooth sandstone, you just take 4 sandstone and put it in a 2x2 square and you will get 4 smooth sandstone back, and it's a very lovely material to build with. Now, here is a very big part of the video. If you want to do some crazy looking builds, then you're probably going to want to use lots of different colours, and that means dyeing wool. To start off with, you take a wool block, which can be obtained by shearing a sheep or killing it, and then you take any colour dye and you put it in a crafting table next to each other, and it'll be that colour wool. But I know what you're thinking. How do you make the dyes? Well, welcome to Pixel School of Dye. I thought I had to make an entire section of this video for dyes because it's quite a long section. Starting off with rose red dye, you can place either a poppy, a rosebush, a red tulip, or beetroot in the crafting table, and that will come out. Then moving on to dandelion yellow, just do the same with the red, except with a dandelion and a sunflower, and you will get a lovely yellow dye. Cactus is a little bit different. You just have to smelt it in the furnace, and you will get cactus green. And then lapis lazuli, again, you have to take the ore, which can be mined, and smelt it in a furnace to get the lapis lazuli piece. Cactus green looks like this, and lapis lazuli, as you know, looks like this. Light blue dye is a personal favourite of mine and can be made with a blue orchid as well as a piece of lapis lazuli and some bone meal. Magenta, what a lovely colour. It can be made by mixing lilac and allium, purple dye and pink dye, 2 rose red, lapis lazuli and a bone meal. Yeah. That's quite a confusing one. Pink dye is a little more subtle. It can be made with a peony and a pink tulip, as well as rose red and bone meal mixed together. Okay, you're going to have to forgive me with the pronunciation for some of these, but a light grey dye can be made with azure bleuet, an oxeye daisy, a white tulip, 2 bone meal and 1 ink sac, and a grey dye and bone meal. If you ask me, that's a lot of work for a seemingly ugly colour. Cyan dye, now we're getting saucy. That can be made with cactus green and lapis lazuli together on a crafting table to make 2 pieces of the dye. Purple dye is quite simple, and what you expect, you just mix lapis lazuli and rose red dye to make it. Moving on to the second shelf, we have grey dye, which can be made with an ink sac and bone meal. Lime dye, a very lovely colour, can be made by putting cactus green and bone meal together. Orange dye, which if you don't know is my favourite colour, can be made with orange tulips. Bone meal, which acts as a dye as well as a growth fertiliser for the ground and for trees, can be made by placing a bone into a crafting table, which can be obtained by killing a skeleton. To obtain the black dye, which is the ink sac, you have to kill a squid. And finally, to get brown dye, you need to break some cocoa, which only grows on jungle wood in jungle biomes. And there you go, you have graduated from Pixel School of dye. Let's continue. TNT is a very explosive block, and it's made by placing gunpowder in a star like that, and then filling in the other gaps with sand. And come on, you all know how fun TNT is. A gold block is not different to many other blocks. You just make it by putting 9 gold ingots into the crafting table, and similar to the lapis lazuli block, it can also be used to help for storage space. And of course, the iron block is exactly the same. This sign here says all slabs, and that's because there's more than one type of slab. In fact, there's many types of slabs. There's stone brick slabs, wooden slabs, stone slabs, quartz slabs, brick slabs, I guess, purple slabs, nether slabs, red sandstone slabs, and sandstone slabs. Let's make some purple slabs. I really struggled to say that word as well. Purpur. And it basically, you just take 3 blocks and put them in a line. I think it can be anywhere in the crafting table, it doesn't really matter, and you make 6 slabs. And we have a horse today to join us and eat the floor. Thank you. It's not like I spent a really long time making this. Next, we have bricks, which can be made out of brick here or nether brick. So you just take the 4 here like this and place them in a 2x2 square, and there you go. You have a brick, and it's a lovely looking building material. Bookshelves can be made with any 6 wooden planks as well as 3 books, and they can either be a really nice decoration block or they can be used to power an enchantment table. When I say power, I mean they basically make the enchantments you can get better. Similar to the slabs, we have a sign that says all stairs, and with the same materials, you can make a load of stairs. So let's go with brick stairs for this one. Just simply put any block that you want to make stairs out of in a stair shape, and you get 4 stairs back, and they look really, really cool. They can add texture and depth to a lot of buildings, as well as help you get up places. A diamond block, once again like the iron, gold, and lapis blocks, you just cover the crafting table with it, and if you're lucky enough to have that many diamonds, it can help with storage of them as well. An ice block is simple enough. It can only be mined with a pickaxe that has silk touch, which can be obtained through the use of an enchantment table and bookshelves. A snow block is a little bit different to other blocks. You take snowballs, which can be made by whacking the snowy ground with a spade, and you put them in a 2x2 square to make a really nice looking snow block. And if I remember correctly, I don't think snow blocks are affected by torches in the same way that snow layers are, but you might have to correct me on that. To make a clay block, which provides loads of other possibilities to make a hardened clay and stained clay, you just place a 2x2 block and you get your block there. To get pumpkins and melons, you use seeds. You can find them in chests all around the world in any generated structure, and then you can plant them and they sprout out to the side like this. And then you just have to keep hitting them and you get your pumpkin if I want to actually break it. Melon, when you hit it, actually breaks up into a few little melon slices, which is really, really nice. To make a glowstone block, you have to go to the nether and get 4 glowstone dust. You put it in a 2x2 square, and there you go. You have a lovely block of glowstone, which can act as a very nice substitute to a lot of torches that you may have. A jack-o'-lantern is another use of the pumpkin. It uses a pumpkin and a torch, where you just put one underneath the other, and there you go. You have a jack-o'-lantern, and that's another substitute for torches, and it looks pretty cool, especially if you're going for a Halloween effect. For stained glass, you just use glass and any dye, but it's not quite like wool where you just put one next to the other. You have to put the dye in the middle and then surround it with 8 glass. But don't worry, you still get 8 blocks back. And remember, once you break it, you don't get it back unless you're using silk touch, so be careful. Stone bricks are simple. You take the smooth stone that you smelted from cobblestone like we mentioned earlier, and you put them in a 2x2 square to make a lovely looking stone brick, and I really like using this for building. Mossy stone bricks can actually be crafted, as well as finding them in mines and jungles and things like that. All you need to do is put a stone brick in a crafting table and some vines, and vines can be obtained by shearing them, usually in a swamp biome. For cracked stone bricks, all you need to do is smelt it in a furnace, and you have that. It can be cool for a very rustic and ruined look. I've not actually built with this yet, but I think it's really cool. Chiseled stone bricks can be made by putting 2 stone brick slabs on top of each other like that, and look at that. That looks really cool, and if you've seen, again, my Pixels Paradise series, you know that I use this in my nether room, and it looks very, very nice. For a cobblestone wall, you just take 6 cobblestone and then lay them out like this, and there you go. You have your cobblestone, and it looks really, really cool. See? That's nice. A mossy cobblestone wall follows the same principle, just 6 blocks of mossy cobblestone in the same formation, and you have your own mossy cobblestone wall to join with the cobblestone wall. To make a quartz block, you need 4 nether quartz, which can be obtained from mining it in the nether, and you just put it in a 2x2 block, and there you go, you have a quartz block. And that provides many possibilities for building, such as a chisel quartz block, which is 2 quartz slabs on top of each other, just like this, and it looks fantastic. A pillar quartz block is just 2 quartz blocks piled on top of each other, and that looks really nice when you're building buildings. Now, to make all colored clay, all you need is 8 pieces of hardened clay and then any dye of your choice. In this case, we're going to use bone meal to make some white clay, and it's similar to the stained glass. You just put the dye in the middle and then surround it with clay, and there you go, you've got some stained clay. I find if you build using wool too often, you get a little bit bored, so clay is a nice alternative. To make a block of prismarine, all you need is 4 prismarine shards, and to put them in the crafting table in a 2x2 formation, and there you go, you have a block of prismarine. Now, prismarine bricks aren't quite like stone and stone bricks. What you actually need is 9 prismarine shards, and then you cover the crafting table in them, and there you go, you have your prismarine bricks. To be honest, I think this material is pretty ugly, and unless you're building a specific ruin type place, I would stay away from that. Dark prismarine works on the same principle as stained clay and dyed glass. You just put the dye in the middle, and then surround it with prismarine shards. Although it doesn't work for every dye, it's just dark prismarine. Now, to make a sea lantern, you just need 5 prismarine crystals and 4 prismarine shards, and you put the crystals in a cross shape like this, and then you fill in the rest of the gaps with the prismarine shards, and there you go, you have your sea lantern. A hay bale is very simple. You just need 9 pieces of wheat to fill the crafting table, and this is obviously very good for if you want to build a barn, and it just looks really, really nice, so I like that block. Hardened clay, which I mentioned earlier, can actually be made by taking a clay block and just smelting it in a furnace. It is as simple as that. Then when the clay is completed as hardened clay, you can then dye it however you like. A coal block is much like a gold block or an iron block, where basically you put 9 in the table. It can help with storage, and there you go. I actually think it looks really cool as well. Now, in terms of crafting, red sand has exactly the same principles that we mentioned with sand earlier. So everything that applies for sand applies for red sand. So for instance, if you want to make some red sandstone, you place a block like that, and there you go, you have red sandstone, and the same principles apply for everything else. Here we have the everything purple pillar, so let's get into it. Starting off, we have the purple block, which can be made by using 4 popped chorus fruit in a crafting table. Next, we have the purple slabs, which as you remember I covered earlier, but I'm just going to show you again. There you go, you have slabs. Next, we have a purple pillar by putting 1 slab on top of the other, and I think this looks really nice, and if you didn't notice already, that is the material I used, if we can see over there, that I used to build Pixel's School of Wool and Dye. Not that it's called that, but yeah. And finally, like I mentioned as well, we have purple stairs. I just thought this deserved an extra section because this is new and exclusive to Minecraft 1.9. If I could just put it in the frame, that would be fantastic. And there we go, the purple pillar. To make endstone bricks, all you need is 4 endstone. You put them in a crafting table in a 2x2 square, and voila, you have your endstone bricks. And I think they look really, really cool. Finally, moving on to the next category, decoration blocks. We're starting off with saplings, which can be oak saplings, spruce saplings, birch saplings, jungle saplings, acacia saplings, and dark oak saplings. The same group of things as the wooden planks. All you need to do to grow your tree is take your sapling and place it in some dirt, and there you go. Boom, you will have a tree. Maybe on the way back, we'll see a lovely tree here. Now, to get leaves from the same 6 trees, all you need to do is use some shears, and you can just pick up the leaves like that, and there you go. Boom, you have your leaves. Cobwebs are a brilliant building material, and I actually used it to build my abandoned nether portal room, and all you need to do is either use a sword or use shears to pick them up, and there you go, it looks fantastic. To make a torch, you should all know this, but if you don't, you just take 1 stick and 1 piece of coal, just put it in the crafting table anywhere, and it looks like that, and there you go, you get your torches. We can pick that up there and put one of them there. To make a chest, which you have seen all over the place in this video, you just take 8 wooden planks of any variety, put them in a crafting table like that, leaving the middle block open, and there you go, you have a chest. A crafting table, you just take half the amount of planks, 4, and put them in a 2x2 square, and there you go, you have a crafting table. And of course you could do that in your crafting bit here, because otherwise you wouldn't be able to craft, because you need a crafting table to do that. A furnace, you just take 8 pieces of cobblestone, put them in the crafting table in the same way you did the wood with the chest, and there you go, you have your furnace, which as you've seen by this video, you need to craft a lot of things. Now, to make a ladder, you just need 7 sticks, and to put them in the crafting table just like this, in the shape of an H, like a ladder, and you get 3 back, and you can place them like that, and climb up them, and everything is hunky-dory. To make layers of snow, all you need are 3 snow blocks, which as you know, use 4 snowballs to make. You put them like that in the same way of making slabs, and there you go, you have a lovely looking snow layer. Now, to make a jukebox, you have the same formation of wooden planks as a chest, and then you stick a diamond in the middle. So we'll put the diamond there like that, and then spread out these blocks there, and there you go, you have your jukebox. Now, to make all different types of fences, you just need 2 sticks, and then the wooden plank, and you put them in the crafting table like this, with the 2 planks on the outside, and then the sticks in the middle. Boom, boom, boom. A nether brick fence is actually quite different. You put 6 nether brick in the crafting table like that, and you get your fence just like that. Actually, let's break this away and give the nether brick some space just to breathe so you can see what it looks like connected. I think it looks really cool. Then to craft iron bars, you just need 6 iron ingots, and this is something very popular if you're going to make a prison, and it's actually quite a lot of iron bars for the iron that you put in, and it looks like that, and it's really cool. To make a glass pane, you just need to take 6 glass blocks, put them in a crafting table, and there you go, you have glass panes, just like that. You also can't have an item frame directly behind a glass pane because it does join to the block like that, but the next thing on the list is a glass bottle, and to make that you just take 3 glass blocks and put them in a V shape like that, and let's put that in the frame. There we go. Next, we have an enchantment table which uses 4 pieces of obsidian, 2 diamonds, and 1 book in the formation that you see on your screens here. And An enchantment table is arguably one of the most useful things in the game. It can make you a lot stronger and make your tools a lot better. An ender chest, you use 8 pieces of obsidian and an eye of ender. You put the 8 pieces of obsidian around the crafting table like you would for a normal chest and put the eye of ender in the middle. I still can't get over how cool an ender chest looks. Like, look at how cool that is. Now, an anvil is very useful, but it is quite costly. You need 3 iron blocks as well as 4 iron ingots, and 3 iron blocks actually totals to 27 iron ingots. So that's over 30 iron ingots just to make the anvil, but like I said, it is very useful. To make all stained glass panes, you just take some stained glass like we spoke about earlier. I've chosen orange for this one because it is my favourite colour. You take 6 of them and place them in this formation to make 16 of the stained glass panes. Look how cool that is. Slime blocks are a very interesting and awesome block in Minecraft. You just need 9 slime balls, which can be obtained by killing a slime, and you just put them in the crafting table like that, and there you go, you have a slime block. And what's great about this is that you could actually jump on the slime block and it makes you bounce. Here we have carpet, and I don't know why it's got exclamation marks like that, but basically you take any 2 blocks of wool and you put them in the crafting table next to each other, and there you go, you have some lovely looking carpet. Here we have an emerald, and to make that you just need a blaze rod and pop chorus fruit, and it is a new addition to Minecraft 1.9. You just put them in the crafting table like that, my mistake, and there you go, you have your end rod. Moving on, we have a painting, which is a lovely thing you can do to decorate your house. You just take sticks, place them in a circle all the way around. I mean, it's a square, but we'll say circle, then you put the wall in the middle and you get a painting which varies every time you place it, and we've got this lovely specimen. Next on the list we have a sign, which is 1 stick and 6 of any plank. You put the 6 like that in that position and then the stick underneath, and there you go, you have 3 signs. Turns out I already have one, so we can just put one of them there. Let's just put the words hi. There we go, that is a sign. Next up we have a bed, which as you know is very important, and all you need is 3 wooden planks of any kind to put them along the bottom like that and then put the wool on top, and there you go, look at that, you have a lovely bed to sleep in. Such a nice day. I didn't plan that it to be nighttime when I got here, but hey, it worked out. Next on the list we have an item frame, which is 8 sticks and a piece of leather, and we're actually going to make an item frame and then put it in the item frame. You just put sticks all the way around the outside, put leather in the middle, and there we go, we can put an item frame in the item frame. Item frameception. Next up we have a flower pot, which can be made with 3 bricks in the same formation as a glass bottle, and it's just a really nice thing to add to your home. It looks really, really nice. Next up we have an armor stand, which uses 6 sticks and a stone slab in the following formation, where you leave the middle blocks on the left and the right free and the rest are filled up, and look at that, you have your own armor stand. Next we have banners, and they can be made in all colours depending on the wool you use, but all you need is 1 stick at the bottom like this and then 6 wool, a similar formation to when you make a sign, and there you go, you have a banner. I'm not going to go over all the designs because you can add a lot of designs to the banners. You can even add creeper faces and stuff like that, but that is maybe another video. Next we have an end crystal, which uses a ghast here, which goes at the bottom, an eye of ender, which goes in the middle, and then glass, which surrounds the remaining blocks. And look at how cool that is. And the next category, we have redstone, beginning with a dispenser. To make a dispenser, you just put the bow in the middle, the redstone at the bottom, and then you surround it with cobblestone, and there you go, boom, you have your dispenser. You can then put whatever you want in it. Let's put the shears in it, and then, yeah, if there's a button there or something like that, you can then fire the shears at someone. Next on the list, we have a note block, and it's very similarly made to a jukebox, but instead of a diamond, you use a piece of redstone dust. So definitely a lot more economical and affordable, and there you go, you have your note block. The pitch of the note that sounds from the block when you hit it actually depends on the block that it is placed on. So here we go, let's listen to this sound. A very low dum 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 dum. Next up, we have a piston, which uses 4 cobblestone, 3 wooden blocks, and 1 redstone dust. All you have to do is put the iron in the middle, the redstone at the bottom, the cobblestone either side, and then top it off with a lovely wooden top. And there we go, we have the piston. A sticky piston is very simple after that. You just take a piston and a slime ball and put one next to the other, and there you go, you have your sticky piston, which actually holds onto the blocks when it goes forward and back and takes the blocks with it, unlike this piston. And as you can see, they are slightly different texture. This one's all gooey and gross. Next up, we have a lever, which is very simple. They just need to be placed one on top of the other in a crafting table with the cobblestone at the bottom, and there you go, you have your lever, and even if it's not connected or anything, it is quite fun to flick over and over again. Next up, we have a stone and a wooden pressure plate. They are both the same, you just place them next to each other in the similar way that you would make carpet, and there you go, you have your pressure plates. We can place one there, and we can place one there. A redstone torch is easy enough. It's just like crafting a normal torch, but instead of coal, you use a piece of redstone dust. And there we go, it looks like that. It doesn't function as a torch in terms of light, though. Mobs will still spawn around it, so be very careful. Next up, to make a stone or wooden button, you just take any wooden plank, and then you take a piece of stone and put it in the crafting table, and there you go, you have your buttons just like that. Boop. Next, to make a wooden trapdoor, you just take 6 planks, put them in the crafting table like this, and there you go, you have 2 wooden trapdoors, which can be placed here, and can be used as a little counter, or as actually a trapdoor, or anything like that. Now, in the redstone category, surprisingly, we have a fence gate. It can be used for any piece of wood. You take 2 planks and 4 sticks, you put the sticks around the planks, just like this, and then there you go, you have your own fence gate. And there we go, we can walk through it and close it, and yeah, everything is lovely. Next up on the list, we have a redstone lamp, which is used with a piece of glowstone in the middle of the crafting table, surrounded in a diamond shape with redstone, and there you go, you have a redstone lamp. If we actually come over here and take this lever quickly, we can show you what the lamp looks like when it's lit up. So you just take the lever, put it on the block nearby, or just put it on the lamp itself, and there you go, you can light it up just like that. Next we have a tripwire hook, which actually might not be what you expect, but it's an iron ingot, a stick, and then a wooden plank to make 2 tripwire hooks, and we can put that in the frame there. Look! It's dancing! Now we have a trap chest, which is made with a chest and a tripwire hook just next to each other. And there we go, it looks identical to a real chest, so, you know, it's pretty cool. Now we have weighted pressure plates, both light and heavy. A heavy pressure plate uses iron, and a light pressure plate uses gold. And there we go, we've got our pressure plates. We can place one there and then one there, and they look very nice. Next up, we have a daylight sensor, and that uses glass, nether quartz, and slabs. You put the glass on the top like this, the quartz in the middle 3, and then the slabs on the bottom to make your sensor. Fun fact, if you right click the sensor, it then becomes a nighttime sensor, which, you know, is pretty cool. To make a redstone block, it's the same as a coal block, an iron, and a gold block. You've all heard this. It's just 9 in the crafting table, and there you go. But also, it can be used as a source of power. Next on the list, we have a hopper, which I've used in my barn to collect my chickens' eggs. You put the chest in the middle like that. You put 2 iron ingots either side and above of the chest, then 1 underneath, and there you go, you have your hopper. To make a dropper, all you need is 1 redstone dust and then 7 cobblestone. You just put the cobblestone around like that, and there you go, you have your dropper. Next up, we have an iron trapdoor, which is just 4 iron ingots placed in the crafting table like this, and I don't know where I plan to place this, to be honest, so let's just put it on top there. And next, we have all of the doors. To make any of the wooden doors, you just take the planks and put them in a block of 6 like that, and you get 3 doors back. The same applies with the iron doors. You just do that, and you get 3 iron doors back. Then if we walk through this lovely door walkway, we can just place every single door, and they all look fantastic. Look at this. There's so many different varieties of door. I mean, like, seriously. Then here for the iron door, you do need a pressure plate to get in and out, so we'll just put another one there. And there we go. You have completed the door school. Woo! I made a little pool just to jump into when we completed this bit. Okay, let's run back through here and continue the rest of the video, if I can squeeze through the gaps. Now, to make a redstone repeater, you just need 3 stone, 2 redstone torch, and a piece of redstone. You put the 3 stone along the bottom like that, the redstone in the middle there, and then surround it by 2 redstone torches. There you go. And the tick delay can also be altered like this, between 1, 2, 3, or 4 ticks. A redstone comparator is slightly different. You need 3 stone, 3 redstone torches. You put it in the crafting table like this. You put the quartz just there, then you surround it with redstone torches, and there you go, you have your comparator. Next up, we have the transportation category, and to first of all make a powered rail, you need 6 iron ingots, which is on the left and the right, and then you put the stick in the middle with a piece of redstone dust at the bottom, and there you go, you have 6 powered rails. But that does also need to be powered by redstone, either a block or a torch or a piece of dust or anything like that, before it actually works. Following that, we have a detector rail, which uses 6 iron ingots in the same way we use gold, a piece of redstone on the bottom, and then a pressure plate in the middle, just like that. And then simply we have a rail, which uses 6 iron ingots in the same position as the detector rail, and then 1 stick in the middle to make 16 rails. Coming up next, we have an activator rail, which actually uses all the spaces on the crafting table, so listen closely. We've got 6 iron ingots there, and then a redstone torch in the middle with 2 sticks either side of it. And there we go, there's your activator rail. And now we have a minecart, and it says in here brackets with everything in it, and that's because you can put different things in minecarts. To make a minecart, first of all, you need 5 iron ingots, and you just place it in the same position as a helmet, but upside down, and there you go, you have your minecart. These are the things that can be placed in a minecart. We have a minecart with a furnace, a minecart with a chest, a minecart with TNT, and then a minecart with a hopper. And there we go, we've placed it in the minecart tower. Next up, this says all boats, and that's because the same principle applies with this boat as it does with every other boat, because you just need a different type of wooden plank to make a different color boat. And look, since the update, boats now have paddles, and it looks really cool. To make a carrot on a stick, all you need is a fishing rod and a carrot, and it can be used to direct pigs, mostly if you sit on them with a saddle, and there's actually an achievement for using a carrot on a stick to guide a pig off of a cliff. So there you go. Now you know. Next up, we have the miscellaneous category, kicking it off with a beacon. So you start off with 3 obsidian at the bottom, 5 glass blocks around the side like that, and then another star in the middle, and there you go, you have a beacon. Next up, we have a bucket and everything in it, and simply to craft a bucket, all you need is 3 iron ingots, and you just place them in the same position as the flower pot and the glass bottle to make your bucket. Then you right-click water to get a water bucket, and you right-click lava to get a lava bucket. But that's not all, you can also get a milk bucket. That is why we have the cow here, and all you need to do is go up to the cow and right-click on it, and then you have a milk bucket. Bucket 1, water bucket, lava bucket, and then the milk bucket. Look at that lovely looking colourful milk bucket tower. I mean, it's not really a milk bucket tower, but this does reign supreme. Next up, we have paper, which can be made using 3 sugarcane on the crafting table, just like that. It's nice and easy and simple, and there you go, you have paper, which has many uses in the game. One of the uses being a book, which all you need is 3 paper and 1 leather for. You just put it like that, and then put the leather to complete the square, and there you go, you have yourselves a book. Next on the list, we have an Eye of Ender, which is an ender pearl combined with some blaze powder. You just put them next to each other on the crafting table like this, and there you go, you have your Eye of Ender, which we have used to craft some of the things back previously in this video. Next up, we have a fire charge, which uses gunpowder, coal, and a blaze powder in that order. Just put 1 coal there, and then blaze powder on top, just like that, and there you go, you have a fire charge. Next up, we have a book and quill, which is a really nice addition to Minecraft. We've got the ink sac there, the book there, and then the feather in there, and there you go, you have your book and quill if you want to look intelligent like me. Next up, we have a map, which uses 8 pieces of paper with 1 compass in the middle, and there you go, you have your empty map. Next in the game, you can make firework stars, and they can be made with any colour depending on the dye you use. So here we have the gunpowder, then you just add any dye next to it and you have your firework star. So this one is a white one. Next up, we have my favourite category, the food category. So let's begin. Starting off with mushroom soup. It can sometimes be called mushroom stew depending on where you're from, I think it is, but you just put the bowl in the crafting table with the mushrooms, and there you go, you have some mushroom soup. There we go, we'll put it in the frame. Next up, we have bread, which is one of the most common foods in Minecraft. You just take 3 pieces of wheat, put them in the crafting table like this, and there you go, you have some bread. Next up, we have a cooked pork chop, which comes from taking a raw pork chop, which you can get from killing a pig, and putting it in a furnace. There we go, we've got a lovely pork chop, which is actually my favourite food in Minecraft. So good. Now, to make a golden apple, you just need 1 apple and 8 golden ingots. You put the apple in the center of the crafting table and surround it by gold to make a glorious golden apple. Now, next up, we have cake, one of my favourite foods. Now you need 3 milk buckets, 3 wheat, 2 sugars, and 1 egg. And you put it in the crafting table like this. You put the milk on the top, I'm guessing that's for the icing. You put the egg in the middle, the sugar on the side, and then the wheat for the cakey goodness. And there we go. Whoops, we have a lovely cake. Next up on the food list, we have wheat and cocoa beans to make a cookie. And all you do, you put the wheat on the bottom like this, put the cocoa beans in the middle, and there you go, you have 8 cookies. How good is that? They don't restore much hunger, but they are indeed very, very tasty. Next on the list, we have cooked steak, which, similar to the pork chop, you just smelt it in a furnace, and then you get some cooked steak. While that's smelting, we'll also do the same with the next item, which is cooked chicken. And again, we've got the same with a jacket potato. You just put a potato in the furnace. It's actually called baked potato in the American version of Minecraft, but I live in England, so we're going to call it a jacket potato. And there we go. It looks like our steak is ready, our chicken is ready, and our jacket potato is ready. Next, we have a pumpkin pie, which uses an egg, some sugar, and a pumpkin. You just put the pumpkin here, the egg in the middle, and then the sugar in the bottom corner to make a lovely piece of pumpkin pie. Cooked rabbit, you smelt it in the furnace like the others, and then you get some lovely cooked rabbit. There we go, I know what I'm having for dinner tonight. Now, rabbit stew is a confusing one. You need carrots, potatoes, mushroom, cooked rabbit, and a bowl. You put the carrot on the left, the potato in the middle, the mushroom on the right, the rabbit at the top, and then the bowl underneath, and there you go. You have some lumpy rabbit stew. And we're back at it with the cooked goods. We've got some mutton in the furnace, which can be obtained from killing sheep, as I'm sure you know, and then when that's cooked, it's a nice taste. It's a bit thicker than the other meats, but you know, I quite like it. There we go, we'll put that in the frame. Look at that, we've gone up a level, woo! And then the final food, which is new to Minecraft 1.9, we have beetroot soup. So you just put that in the crafting table with the bowl at the bottom and then 6 beetroot above like that to make beetroot soup. And look at that colour. Scrumptious. Moving swiftly on to the tools section, we first of all have the spade, which can be made with 2 sticks and then either a diamond, an iron ingot, a gold ingot, some cobblestone, or some wood. Whatever kind of tool you fancy. We're going to make some diamond tools because, you know, they're the coolest. So you just put it like that, and there you go. You have yourselves a spade. A pickaxe is the same. You can use the same materials, but the formation is slightly different. You put the 2 sticks there like that, and then the 3 of whatever material you use along the top, just like that. An axe, once again, follows the same principles, just that the pattern is slightly different. It's actually in the shape of an axe, in case you haven't realized by this point, and there you go, you have your axe. Now, to make a hoe, it is once again the same principle, just 2 sticks for the handle, and then 2 of whatever material to make it, just like that. Flint and steel, all you need is 1 iron ingot and a piece of flint, which can be got from just whacking gravel with a spade. A compass uses 4 iron ingots and a piece of redstone, so with that amount, you could probably guess that it is going to look like this. Now, to make a fishing rod, all you need are 3 sticks in a diagonal line like that, and then 2 pieces of string, and there you go, you have your fishing rod. To make a clock, it's very similar to a compass, but instead of iron, you use gold, so you make a little diamond shape like this, and then you put the redstone in the middle, and there you go, you have your clock. Or watch, as it said for me. To make shears, you just need 2 iron ingots and just to put them diagonally to each other just like that, and there you go, you have some shears. To make a lead, you need 4 pieces of string and a slime ball, and this formation is a little bit different. You put the slime ball in the middle, you put 3 pieces of string above it like that, and then 1 in the corner, and you make yourself a lovely lead. Moving on, we have the combat category, and to kick it off, we have a bow, and to make a bow, you just need 3 sticks in a bendy little formation like that, and then 3 string to make the string of the bow, and then we'll put it in the frame like that. To make the arrow, you just need flint, a stick, and a feather, and all you do, you put the flint at the top for the metal of the arrow, the stick for, well, the stick, and the feather for the feather to make 4 arrows. Now, to make a sword, you just need 1 stick this time, and then any material again of your choosing. We're going to use diamond because, you know, it's the best. You put the stick at the bottom and then the 2 diamonds above it like that, and there you go, you have yourselves a sword. Next, we have a leather outfit. To make a tunic, you just take 8 pieces of leather and put it in the crafting table like that. To make some trousers, you put it in the crafting table and make it like that. To make a cap, you put it and make it like that. And then to make some shoes, you put them in the table just like that. As you can see here, it does say can be dyed, so I've got 4 bone meal here because we're going to dye all of our armor white. Just put it next to it like that, and there you go, it's easily dyed. Now we can place it on our armor stand, which you can do so by just right-clicking where it needs to go. And look at that, see, some enemy coming might think, oh my gosh, he's got diamond or iron armor, I better run, when it turns out you've just got some white clothes that your mum made you, but you look fierce. Then, all other armor can be made out of diamonds, gold, or iron, and it follows the same formation as this. So we're just going to make some gold armor to contrast with the white dyed leather. And there we go, we have our final bit of gold armor, and now we just need to put it on this armor stand just like this, and look at how cool this looks. It looks like one of those zombies that attacks you, you know, one of the ones that has armor, but man, that looks awesome. Next up, we have a shield. And what we need to do is take 6 wooden planks, put iron at the top like this, and then surround it underneath like that, and then put 1 at the bottom, and you have your shield. But as you can see by this sign, it says any color. So all you need to do is take a banner of any color and put that in a crafting table just next to each other, and then you have that color shield. So now we have a lovely yellow shield. Now we're going on to a couple of different types of arrows, and the first one is a spectral arrow, and what you need is 1 arrow and 4 glowstone dust. You put the arrow in the middle, and you surround it with glowstone just like this, and there you go, you have 2 spectral arrows, and look at how cool they look in your hotbar. I really like the border. If you didn't know, that's what a spectral arrow does. When you shoot something, it then has a border around it, so you can see it no matter where it is, and you can see it through any block. Now, to make any tipped arrow, you need 8 arrows and then any lingering potion. So in this case, I've got a lingering potion of regeneration. So this is going to make 8 arrows of regeneration. And there you go. That's just a really cool thing that Minecraft 1.9 added. Now we're moving on to the brewing category. And to start off, you need to make a brewing stand. So we've got cobblestone here. You just put that at the bottom. Then you take a blaze rod, which can be obtained by killing a blaze, and you put it over the top. And there you go. You have your brewing stand. Next along here, we have quite a few ingredients. So here we have fermented spider eye. This can be made by placing the eye in the table like this, the mushroom there, and then the piece of sugar. And there you go. A lovely looking fermented spider eye, which actually looks kind of like the light grey dye. Next, we have blaze powder, which is one of the most simple things to craft. You just take a blaze rod and simply put it in the crafting table, and you get 2 blaze powders back. To make magma cream, all you need is some blaze powder and a slime ball. You put it in the crafting table just next to each other like that, and there you go, you have yourselves a ball of magma cream. Now, to make a cauldron, you need 7 iron ingots, and it's like some upside down trousers. You just put it in the crafting table like that, and there you go, you have yourselves a cauldron. Next up, we have something that is severely cool and nice to look at, a glittering melon. All you need to do is put a melon in the middle and surround it by golden nuggets, and there you go, you have your lovely looking melon. A golden carrot follows the same principles, and as well as brewing, it can also be used to breed horses, which is really, really cool, and you just put the carrot in the middle and surround it with golden nuggets, and there you go, you have a lovely looking golden carrot. Now, next up in the video, we have the materials section, and the first one is charcoal, and you get that by smelting any wooden log. Iron ingots, you know, you just need to smelt the ore like this, and then gold ingots, you just need to smelt the ore like that. There's our charcoal. Bada bing, bada boom. Next up, we have sticks, which if you hadn't learned to make by now, then maybe you should just watch this video a lot. But basically, you take 2 wooden planks of any color, any kind, put them in a crafting table, and there you go. You have yourselves some sticks. Next up, we have a bowl, which uses 3 wooden planks like this. You put them in the crafting table in this same shape again, and you get a bowl. You can then right-click a mushroom cow to actually get mushroom soup, just like that. I should have had a cow here to demonstrate that, but oh well. Next up, to make a brick, you just take a piece of clay, which can be mined in mesa biomes or also at the bottom of lakes. You put it in the furnace, you smelt it, and then there you go. You have yourselves a very lovely brick. Next up, we have sugar, which simply you just take a piece of sugar cane, put it in a crafting table, and you can get sugar. And as you've seen by this video, it has a lot of uses. Next, we have a golden nugget, which is made just by putting a golden ingot into the crafting table, and you get 9 golden nuggets back. So, I don't mind that. And the final craftable item in the creative menu, at least for Minecraft 1.9, is the popped chorus fruit. And all you need is to put some chorus fruit in the furnace, smelt it, and there you go, you have that. And as you saw earlier in the video, chorus fruit can be used to make purple blocks. And there we go, we're done. Look at that, the sun is rising on the lovely land of crafting. We have finally finished the crafting video. I wish I could convey to you somehow how much effort and how many hours this video took to make. Like, planning it out and placing all the chests and the ingredients and everything I needed to put stuff on was so difficult. So like I said at the start of the video, if you have got this far and actually watched all of it, which I doubt you have, then thank you very much, and please leave a like if you did enjoy and want to see maybe more like it in the future, perhaps with banner designs or something like that. But this video's been long enough. I won't keep you anymore. That does it from me. I will see you in the next video tomorrow. Bye, guys! Oh man, look at how much I built!